body of the sins of the flesh, the old man, the body of sin, the body of the sins of the flesh. What is that? What are we talking about here? So let's break it down a little bit. Body, old man, sins, body of the sins of the flesh. It's all the same thing. And it says that it was taken away from you. It died. That's the part of you that used to define what your nature is, that was dead in sin. But you are not that anymore. You are alive in Christ. So let's look at it just for a minute. Body. Body, the word body is the word soma, which is used in a very wide application, literally or figuratively. Bodily, body, slave. But the point here is the word body is used universally, metaphorically, to modify the next word, which is flesh, body of the sins of the flesh. This is technical, but stay with me. Flesh meaning this, sarx. So the word sarx has 4 different main meanings. The first definition of sarx, which is flesh, is literally says the soft covering of the bones, which is infused with blood. So this stuff right here, which unfortunately, when we hear flesh, we almost always think of this. One of the other definitions of flesh is just a human in general. But the flesh also is this. It denotes mere human nature, the earthly nature of man apart from divine influence and therefore prone to sin and opposed to God. One more time. Flesh means this: mere human nature, the earthly nature of man apart from divine influence, which is prone to sin and opposed to God, was circumcised from you. God did a work on you, and what he did was cut away the old human nature that is contrary to God and prone to sin. And he replaced it with a new heart that is encoded with his law and his very own spirit. He was able to do that because he cleansed you first and foremost with the blood of Christ. You know, I can just see this cosmic spiritual surgery happening when you become born again. And God suits up. And he recognizes, yes, they have come to me through Christ. They're saturated with the blood of Christ. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to do a deeper work. I'm going to remove the disease. I'm going in them. And I'm going to remove the body of the sins of the flesh. And I'm going to put a new heart within them. And I'm going to seal them with my spirit. So that forevermore, as he is, so are we in this world. You are not a sinner by nature any longer. You are the righteousness of God in Christ. Because he did a work within you to remove, this is what he removed. He removed your mere human nature. That part of you that was apart from divine influence, and that part of you that was prone to sin, he cut it away. You know, that might not be that powerful a news to you, but think about it for just a moment. Even though it's crystal clear, you go tell people that you don't have a sin nature any longer, and watch what happens. Their hair will light on fire, and they will call you a heretic, and they will say that you are paving the way to hell with this grease called grace. I just made that one up. Did that make sense? The Christian world doesn't know this. And this is another revelation. You are a new creation. You are by nature righteous. You are changed. You are not your old dead man. God cut it away. That nature that used to put you at enmity against God, it's dead. It's removed. When it talks about having taken away your sin, God doesn't just cover your sin and look at you and say, well, I see what you're doing. No, look at you through the blood of Christ, even though you're still dead and lost in your sin. No, to God, your actions don't define you. His action does. That which He did in you. He changed you. God cut away your mere human nature, and He took up residence within you.